an urgent need to meet the JJ. All of our lives are now literally in danger of total destruction.
Finally, we can make a meal. Wait a minute. There's someone at the door.
More like JJ. Open that door already. We can't wait that long.
Mikey, what's wrong? You look a little scared.
Let me just show you around. It'll be easier. There was some very scary news on TV. And if it's true, we're all dead. Here, let me turn it on for you.
I still don't understand what there could possibly be in there.
Hello. This is breaking news. We've learned that a missile is heading towards our city from unidentified territory. Please evacuate immediately. Leave everything behind and take only the essentials with you. I repeat, this is not a drill. In a few hours, this missile will strike somewhere near our city. That's the end of the news. We hope we'll be okay.
That's terrible. We all need to get out of here right now. We can't survive like this.
Hold on, JJ. I have an idea.
I need a minute to think. All in all, it makes sense not to run away, but to build a bunker. That way, we'll have a better chance of surviving. To do that, we need to go down to the basement and get the resources. I think there's enough blocks for your family too. The key is to do it fast, because the missile is getting closer and closer to hitting us.
How nice that you have extra blocks. I thought they'd be a little different though. You think I can save myself and my family in a bunker made of dirt blocks? We're gonna blow up.
Well, what did you think, Mikey? After all, this is my house and my blocks. Obviously, I'm gonna put my best foot forward to protect my family. Be thankful I'm giving you anything, cause otherwise, you'd be running out of town right now. And the missile is getting closer and closer.
Okay, I guess I'll figure something out. Thank you for the blocks and the opportunity to build a bunker in my backyard. Now the last thing I want to do is run away from some obscure missile.
Have fun building Mikey. I think it would be pretty funny if the bunker was made in the shape of my head. I don't think there's much of the outside of the bunker left, so you can do whatever you want with it. But the base of the bunker will be right under the ground. So, I'm almost done with my head. I think it turned out just fine. Even I couldn't tell the difference between my head and a fake. I'll have to see how Mikey's doing.
You've got a very cool JJ build. My build is not as cool, but I had fewer blocks, and they were all a little bad, so it's just the way it is.
I know I did a great job. I want my bunker to be able to withstand the impact of that missile. But if it's a nuclear missile instead of a conventional missile, nothing will save us because it's too powerful for any bunker. It's all about getting everything done before the explosion, which means I have to work fast if I want to save my family from dying. Well, I guess my bunker looks pretty sturdy now. I don't think a missile's gonna destroy it, which means I can walk over to Mikey and give him a little prank. Hopefully he won't take too much offense to what I'm about to do to him. Yeah, his bunker's really weak.
JJ, what are you doing in my bunker? Do you have so much free time that you decided to make fun of me? No, don't pour water in here. I'm trying so hard and you're just messing me up with your jokes. Come here, I'll show you what happens if you make fun of me.
All right, Mikey, calm down. It was just a joke. Anyway, I don't want my friend and his whole family to blow up, so I won't bother you anymore. Just don't touch me, please.
Oh no, I'm not gonna let this go. Open the door now. You even left your family outside. I don't understand you at all. How can you have fun at such an important time?
All right, Mikey, calm down. I'm gonna keep building my bunker. I gotta think about it. I've got the top part well fortified, but I'm afraid it might not be enough. So, just like Mikey, I'll have to make rooms underground. After all, no one knows how long we'll be in these bunkers. So, I have to equip it with everything I can. And of course, we'll need to bring plenty of food and water because I don't have enough time to set up the generators. But first, you just have to excavate a large space underground, and then you can start building it up. Family, I've decided to do a little bit of fiddling. As you can see here, we're gonna have a kitchen and a bedroom. I think that's pretty handy because you don't have to carry food very far, and then we'll have a bathroom and an entertainment room. After all, if we're going to be here long enough, we're going to need some activities. And by the way, there'll be passageways between all the rooms. That means it'll be very easy to get from one room to another.
Dad, I can't wait for you to finish building that bunker. It's gonna be just like in the movies. I think living in a bunker will be even cooler than living in our house.
Well, that's it. I got the walls and ceilings done. I decided it would be nice if our bunker had some gold blocks. What's the use of having all our gold just lying around in the dust? Now we need to start organizing the kitchen. All right, son, you ready to help Daddy set up?
Of course I'm willing to help you. It's so interesting. I've wanted to do something like this for a long time, but I couldn't do it myself. Now I'm making a huge and expensive bunker with my dad. I can't get enough of it. I'm also realizing how cool our kitchen's gonna look. I think it's even newer than our house. When did you buy all this stuff?
In fact, all of this kitchen furniture is what was intended for our house. So I bought it all a long time ago because I realized that it was time to change everything in our kitchen. But I didn't have time to start doing anything. So all this furniture was just lying around. And who would have thought that it would come in handy in such a weird situation? In a way, it's a good thing I didn't install it, because now we would have spent a lot more time dismantling it from our kitchen and then installing it inside the bunker. We probably wouldn't have even made it before the rocket came.
Why didn't you tell me anything about buying new kitchen furniture? I don't disagree. You picked out some pretty nice furniture, but you could have consulted your wife. It's not just your kitchen, it's ours too, so don't do it again. I think we should choose everything together.
I'm sorry, darling. I thought this would be a nice surprise. From now on, I'll consult with you on these matters. By the way, the kitchen's already done. We should see how Mikey's doing. I hope he did something to keep his family and himself safe. Hey, Mikey, how's it going in here? You mind if I see what you've done in your bunker?
Listen, JJ, you might as well just go to your place. I didn't have that many expensive resources to make everything pretty, so I used improvised materials.
Look, Mikey, you're not doing too bad. I think it would be perfect for a homeless family to live here because no normal person would live in such horrible conditions. If you were in my bunker, you'd understand luxury and style. I think while Mikey's in his room, I can make a little mechanism to give him a little prank. I've got my bunker all set up anyway, so I can have a little fun outdoors.
What are you doing?
I decided not to do the spike pit this time. It's going to be much simpler. I just made a small wall that would continuously shoot fireballs at Mikey. All we have to do is wait for him to come out.
Daddy, where did you learn how to make machines so fast? As far as I know, Uncle Mikey always said you were a master of machinery. Did you have a job where they taught you how to do all that stuff?
No, I just did a lot of different things. Hey, Mikey, I got something for you. You just stand still and wait for the fireball to hit you.
JJ, what have you done? I'm on fire! I can't believe you still have time to make holy jokes about me. You know, I'm done. I've had enough of this for a long time. I'm just gonna break your machine, and you don't have to ask me for any more help, because I'm not gonna help someone as mean as you. And your whole family just stands by and watches me burn.
Okay, I think he's had enough for now. And I should really get to work on my bathroom remodel. We're gonna need a place to bathe after all. It's a good thing I had some bath furniture because I wanted to renovate the whole bathtub in our cottage. Yeah, it's really expensive to build a bunker. I've been saving up for a considerable amount of time to furnish our house and cottage. I ended up spending it all on a bunker. Well, I'll still have time to save up. The most important thing is to survive. Speaking of which, that rocket's taking a long time to get here. I think at this rate, I'll have time to organize all the rooms. Not only mine, but Mikey's too.
Look at how beautiful it is here. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having a remodel like this in our house instead of a bunker. And something tells me you're more interested in fixing it up than our house. You're just having one big old time, aren't you?
You've got it all wrong. I'm just trying to make this as quick as possible so we don't have to do anything extra after the explosion. So this isn't a game to me. Okay, we're done with the bathroom, which means we need to get to the living room and game room. I can't do it alone, so I need your help, honey. I want to set up a lot of fun stuff so we don't go crazy in this bunker. Although I think Mikey's family has a much better chance of going crazy, because their bunker looks very sad. Either way, don't forget that things can go wrong, so we have to be prepared for that kind of thing.
That's so cool. I've never seen so many slot machines, not even in a specialty club. What's more, we're gonna have a computer here. I just can't believe it. This room is definitely gonna be one of my favorites. I don't even have to go outside, because I would love to live in this room. I would only have to eat and bathe once in a while, and the rest of my free time would be spent playing. I'd have to bring as many games as possible, so I'd have a choice of what to play.
Of course, son. I'll do my best to make us all as comfortable as possible here. And while I was setting up the playroom, my wife had to set up the living room. No, she's doing a great job of it herself. It's so beautiful now, you could really stay here forever.
Honey, I think we can call it a night. I think our bunker has literally everything and a little bit more.
And now it's time for another Mikey prank. This time, I'm gonna give him a gravity block prank. I think Mikey's gonna love it when he sees that his head's broken a little bit. It's kinda gross, but he's already got a pretty ugly head, so I don't think the breakage is going to make it any worse. Well, here we go. The blocks started to fall chaotically downward. I wonder how long before Mikey realizes something's wrong. I think it takes one of the blocks to fall right inside their bunker for Mikey to realize he has to go upstairs. And then there's a little surprise in the form of an ice block. It must be a surprise to come up to the surface in the summer and find that everything is snowed in and the temperature is sub-zero outside.
JJ, I'm not even surprised anymore. Yeah, you're really good. There's a huge missile coming at us, so you decided to destroy my bunker yourself. You know, you don't need a missile with those dudes. You could kill me a lot faster. So why don't you go back to your bunker and I'll try to rebuild mine?
Well, the main floor is probably all done, which means that while we have time, we need to make a utility room and a sleeping room. I think it's clear that without a bedroom, we can't just adequately live in our bunker, so we need to make it as comfortable and cozy as possible. I also managed to get the ventilation system in here. This was a very important decision because underground the air cannot be purified as quickly as in the fresh air, so clean and fresh air will be supplied to us through a very modern system. That way we won't suffocate while we're here. It may seem to some that my bunker is a little too steep, but I can't help it if I have a lot of money, and I've always believed that you should live where you're comfortable. I mean, take Mikey's bunker. I've seen cobwebs and carpets and old furniture. Even in the event of a nuclear attack, I wouldn't sleep there because I'd be afraid of a spider or a cockroach crawling on me at night.
Well, we're finally done with this pantry. Now we can start organizing our bedroom. Let's make it as beautiful as possible, so that when Mom came, he was just delighted with how we made everything beautiful here. And then she'll be very happy and satisfied.
You say some very valid things, except you have to remember that our mom is a very meticulous person, so the chances of her liking what we've done with the place are slim to none. I'm pretty sure she's gonna move something, but it's better to try and do something than to do nothing. So let's get this over with and have a little playroom break.
Yeah, I'd love to sit down and play something. After all, we've been setting up our bunker for so long.
Listen, you've done a pretty good job of making a bedroom, and overall, our bunker is already looking more like a huge country house, but there are still a couple of things that need to be done. Let's make with you a normal warehouse, because we will have a lot of different items, which sooner or later will have to go somewhere. Plus, we need somewhere to store all our food supplies. I don't think if we bring it all into the kitchen, we're going to be comfortable there. And this is the place to put it, considering the deeper you dig into the ground, the colder the temperature gets. And if you don't run a heating system in here, the food can be stored here for quite a long time.
You're quite right, my wife. We definitely need a place to store our food supplies, and I've brought so much of it, we'll have enough for months. I realize we don't have the delicacies we had on the surface, but you have to realize that foods like shrimp and mangoes can't be stored for long under these conditions. Which means it would not be a good idea to take them with you. At the very least, it's a waste of money. That is why I decided to buy as much food as possible with a very long shelf life. We will have a few bags of cereals, which we can use to make soups and porridge. And I also took just a huge amount of stew and food in cans, because they can also be stored for a very long time. But of course, for the first time I took food that we can just eat with joy. I never thought that we would have to hide like this. I thought our army would be strong enough to deal with almost any threat.
Look, we're almost done here. Now we have to set up one of the most important rooms in our bunker. And that, of course, is the medical center. During our stay, all sorts of unpleasant accidents can happen that could put everyone's health in danger. That's why we have to do everything we can so that I can save some of you quickly. It is not for nothing that I have a medical degree, and I know how to use almost all medical equipment. And keep in mind that there's a chance Mikey's family will be badly hurt in the missile strike. So be prepared to have to save your friend's life immediately. It's a good thing I've bought equipment to treat people myself before. And although in the end I was not able to start a medical business, but now we will have everything we need to provide not only first aid, but also to conduct complex operations.
It's so cool that our mom is so smart. Together with her, we definitely do not have to be afraid of any illnesses and injuries because she will be able to cure us very quickly. Do you agree with that, Dad?
Of course I agree with you. If it weren't for our wonderful mom, we'd be having a really hard time here. Sometimes I think our mom can do everything in the world. First of all, she's a very good and fast cook. Secondly, she has a perfect understanding of interior design and decoration. And of course, she has medical skills. I'm sure no one can compare to her, so let's give thanks to our mom for having her.
Come on, boys. You're starting to embarrass me already. After all, you're my rock. That's why I'm glad to have you too.
Speaking of which, we're almost done with our bunker. Just a couple more details, and that's it. We can just sit back and relax. After all, we've been working all day, and I'm sure all of us are pretty tired. I guess we could watch a movie. We'll just have to pick a movie. Fortunately, or unfortunately, we'll have plenty of time. There's only one thing left to do. I've been planning to make a secret passage to Mikey's bunker for a long time. They may be making a bunker, but I don't think it can withstand a missile strike. That's why I need a way to get to them quickly. I hope Mikey understands why I'm doing this. Alright, I'm kind of done with getting to Mikey's bunker, which means we've got some time left before the missile strike. I think we can go outside and have a little talk with Mikey, see how he's doing with the construction.
Are you sure going outside right now is a good idea? I still think there's going to be a missile strike pretty soon.
Don't worry, we won't stray far from our bunker doors, so if anything, we can get back inside quickly. Hey Mikey, how's it going in there? You got your whole bunker set up yet? Here's some water for you to wash up. You're tired anyway.
Very funny, JJ. Actually, my bunker is just as good as yours. I'm sure I made it very sturdy, so we can't take a missile strike. Oh no, you hear that too? Looks like the missile's getting pretty close. Everybody get to your bunkers now. Good luck to all of us.
I hope we get lucky. It looks like it did explode. Look, I'm really worried about Mikey, so I'm gonna go outside and see if his bunker's okay. I hope everything's okay, and I'm just overreacting. Please just let everything just be okay. Mikey did say he fortified his bunker, so I don't think that missile could have hurt them too badly. After all, my bunker wasn't even scratched from the impact. Oh no, that's terrible. There's nothing left of Mikey's bunker. Who would have thought the explosion would be so big it would make a huge hole in the ground? What am I gonna do? Right, we have to run to the secret passage to Mikey's bunker. I hope they're hiding somewhere so I can save them. I just need them to wait for me. It's all my fault for giving Mikey the wrong building blocks. We could just build one bunker for two and we'd be fine. I need to get there right away on a wagon so that if anything, I can transport them on it. Maybe one of his family can't make it to my bunker on their own. Come on, JJ, hurry up. Every second counts now. Oh no, I feared that more than anything. There's nothing left of Mikey's bunker. Who knew it would hit so hard? We gotta get them out of here now. Lucky they weren't dead, just unconscious. Although I think they're gonna be injured anyway. Well, that's okay, folks. We can take care of you. Thank God they're all right. It's a miracle they survived such a terrible tragedy.
JJ, come to me, please. I want to thank you for what you did. You were able to single-handedly save my entire family from a burned-out bunker, and your wife was able to get us the help we needed. Without you, we would have all died in there. So thank you again, buddy.